Hi everyone, this is Sarah, the Healthy Home Economist, and one of the more popular videos on my YouTube channel is how I clabber raw milk and then make liquid whey with it in order to use that liquid whey as the inoculant for fermented foods and drink recipes that I have on my blog. Unfortunately, many of you have notified me that you don't have access to raw milk, and so clabbering milk to get liquid whey for your fermentation recipes is not an option. So I thought I'd do a video and show you how to get liquid whey as the inoculant for your fermentation recipes using just commercial yogurt from the store. Simple, easy. Now the downside to using yogurt to get liquid whey as opposed to clabbering raw milk is that you're not going to get as much liquid whey. And let me give you an example. I have here a quart of plain whole milk yogurt from the store, and out of this you're going to get about this much liquid whey. If you clabbered about a quart of milk, you would get probably twice as much liquid whey. I'm guessing. It really depends on the time of year, how much cream is on the milk. There's a lot of variance to how much liquid whey you get with each batch. So I'm just doing an approximation here. But this is not a lot of liquid whey for a quart of commercial yogurt. So just be aware you're not going to get as much as you would if you clabbered raw milk. So if your budget is an issue, if efficiency is an issue, then you really are going to want to clabber raw milk, if at all possible, to get as much liquid whey as possible. But if you're just using a little bit, a few teaspoons here and there to create 𝗵𝗵𝗽𝗁𝗍, homemade sauerkraut, and other fermented food recipes, this much whey will last you several months. So using a quart of yogurt to get your liquid whey is really a very good way to go. Now, as I mentioned, you need to get plain yogurt. Don't use any flavors, and it should be preferably whole milk yogurt. And the reason for that is once we get the liquid whey out of this yogurt, we're going to have a lot of what's called yogurt cheese left over, and you're going to want to use that for various recipes. And it would be best if it was a full-fat yogurt cheese. It'll certainly make your recipes taste a lot better if you use the full fat. But if they have some plain low-fat organic yogurt on sale and you don't plan to use the yogurt cheese and just want to use it for liquid whey, yes, you can use it in a pinch if you need to. So let me show you how to make it. First of all, what you're going to need is a large bowl. You're going to need a large rubber band. And the places that I found that you can get these large rubber bands are places like Office Depot, Staples, and the like. I haven't found them at Target and places like that. You're going to need to go to an office supply store to get them this big. Secondly, you're going to need a piece of cheesecloth. You can see this piece is about this big, and I do have some stains on it because I never bleach it. You don't want to ever bleach anything that's coming in contact with your food. It's a nice big piece of cheesecloth, and they only cost a few dollars at Walmart or a place like that. So you should be able to pick up a few rather easily. Now what you do is open up your clean cheesecloth, and you're going to line the bowl. Then you're going to take your yogurt, and you're just going to spoon it out into the middle of the cheesecloth. You're going to gather up the ends. Take your large rubber band, loop it around a couple times so it's nice and snug, very secure. Then gather up a couple of those ends and hook it on a knob on your kitchen cabinet. Now, if you don't have a knob, you can, my friend Kelly from Kelly the Kitchen Cop blog, she hooks it actually from the light over her dining room table. And that's where she hooks hers, and she collects her whey in the middle of her dining room table. So figure out in your kitchen what is going to work for you, but for me, these knobs on my upper cabinets work really, really well. And as you can see, we've got a drip of liquid whey already forming here, dripping into the bowl, and we're going to just let this go for several hours until there's no more dripping that occurs. And then we're going to take this down, and we're going to put this bag of yogurt cheese in another bowl, put it into a container and refrigerate it. And you can use that yogurt cheese as your base for cheese dips. You can mix it a little maple syrup and some strawberries, blend it up for a nice spread on bagels. You can also even use it as a stuffing for lasagna, for those of you that enjoy a pasta meal once in a while. So that's what you can use the yogurt cheese for, and it is really, really delicious in any of those dishes. And then you're going to take the liquid whey that forms in the bowl, and you're going to pour it into a glass mason jar of appropriate size and refrigerate it. This liquid whey will last about 6 months in the refrigerator, and so will provide a very budget-friendly inoculant for all your fermented foods and drinks recipes. I have many videos on my YouTube channel about that, about 25 videos to date, with more coming. So check those out. We've got recipes. I've got fermented foods and drinks recipes on my blog that don't necessarily have a video with them. You can follow those as well and use your liquid whey that way. Of course, liquid whey is also a key ingredient for homemade baby formula, for those of you that mothers that use the homemade formula and are unable to breastfeed. So that's another use for the liquid whey. And again, there is no powdered whey on the market that can substitute for this probiotic rich whole food in its natural form. Once you powderize liquid whey, even if you do so at low temperatures, you are denaturing the product, and you really don't want to ever go a powdered whey route. So take the time to make liquid whey for yourself using a quart of commercial yogurt if it's your first time, or it's just you don't have access to raw milk, and get started with your fermented food adventure today. This is Sarah, the Healthy Home Economist, and I'll see you next time in the kitchen.